Luke 15. Now all the tax collectors and sinners were gathering around to hear him. But the Pharisees and scribes muttered, "This man welcomes sinners and eats with them." Then Jesus told them this parable. Suppose one of you has 100 sheep and loses one of them. Does he not leave the 99 in the wilderness and go after the lost one until he finds it? And when he has found it, he joyfully puts it on his shoulders and goes home. Then he calls his friends and neighbors together and says, "Rejoice with me, for I have found my lost sheep." I tell you that in the same way there will be more joy in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous people who do not need repentance. Or suppose a woman has 10 silver coins and loses one. Does she not light a lamp, sweep the house, and search carefully until she finds it? And when she finds it, she calls her friends and neighbors together and says, "Rejoice with me, for I have found the coin I lost." In the same way, I tell you, there is joy in the presence of the angels of God over one sinner who repents. Then he said, "A certain man had 2 sons. The younger one said to his father, 'Father, give me my share of the estate.' So the father divided his property between them. Not long after that, the younger son gathered all he had and set off for a distant country, where he squandered his wealth in wild living. After he had spent everything, a severe famine arose in that land, and he began to be in need. So he went and hired himself out to a citizen of that country, who sent him into his fields to feed pigs. He longed to fill his stomach with the pods that the pigs were eating, but no one gave him anything. When he came to his senses, he said, "How many of my father's hired servants have food to spare, and here I am starving to death? I will arise and go to my father and say to him, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants.' So he got up and went to his father. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion. He ran to his son, embraced him, and kissed him. The son said to him, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son.' But the father said to his servants, 'Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Bring the fattened calf and kill it. Let us eat and celebrate. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found.' So they began to celebrate. Meanwhile, the older son was in the field. As he approached the house, he heard music and dancing. He called one of the servants and asked what was going on. 'Your brother has come,' the servant replied, 'and your father has killed the fattened calf because he has him back safe and sound.' The older brother became angry and refused to go in. So his father came out and pleaded with him. But he answered his father, 'Look, all these years I've been slaving for you and never disobeyed your commands. Yet you never gave me even a young goat so I could celebrate with my friends. But when this son of yours who has squandered your property with prostitutes comes home, you kill the fattened calf for him.' 'My son,' the father said, 'you are always with me, and all that I have is yours. But we had to celebrate and be glad, because this brother of yours was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found.'